You're watching the Sports Political channel of LB. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share these videos on your social media platforms. Let's get down to business. So in this particular video here, I'm going to talk about our favorite resident buck dancing, tap dancing, Daffy Duck sellout, Stephen A. Smith. Now, this beef that he has with Kyrie Irving has been well documented over the years. If you remember, back in 2016, when Kyrie Irving was leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Boston Celtics, and you had that infamous interview on First Take, coming out of that interview, to me, that's where the beef between Stephen A. Smith and Kyrie Irving began. That's where the beef began, in my humble opinion. And throughout Kyrie Irving's years in the NBA, him changing teams and things of that nature, this man took his disrespect to levels I've never thought that they would be taking it to. Now, in the previous video I did, I talked about how a whole bunch of LeBron James flunkies was disrespecting Russell Westbrook. This man, Stephen A. Smith, has taken his disrespect of Kyrie Irving to levels I would never anticipate it going to. Being a journalist, you're supposed to report the news. You're supposed to report the facts. You're not supposed to take little digs or pot shots to try to establish your credibility or try to establish your brand. What's up, RG Titan? Good morning to you. Not supposed to do that. And this man has made it his life's work to crap all over Kyrie Irving. What's up, Kasim Baker? Before I play this clip, I want to highlight a couple instances of what I'm talking about. So you remember at the end of last year, where the Brooklyn Nets were swept out of the first round by the Boston Celtics, and there was speculation about whether or not Kyrie Irving would opt into that $36.5 million contract, right? Ultimately, Kyrie Irving did opt into that contract. And Stephen A. Smith was not happy about the fact that Kyrie Irving opted in to that $36.5 million contract. So much so, he went on Twitter and cut this big old epic soliloquy, as we all know he does when he's unhappy with something. What's up, Stevie Stories? Exactly. He's an absolute clown. He is a clown. Big time. And he went on there talking this nonsense about how Kyrie Irving didn't show up to work and this thing and the next thing. And Kyrie had to respond to him after that soliloquy, that jig he cut on Twitter, and told him that, he's going to have to explain himself to the people in his generation, because, Stephen A. Smith is in his 50s. I mean, he's in his 50s acting like this. He said he's not around many 50-plus-year-olds that speak and act like he does, so this is new for him. But he showed that his father and his uncles could meet him on a better level than he could. Then Stephen A. Smith went on Instagram to say that, oh, you got it twisted, bro, big time. He don't have to explain a damn thing to anyone. Well, unless you're white and you get lambasted on ESPN when that white woman, Michelle Beadle, violated company policy. Then you come back and you channel your inner boys to men and come down on bended knee. Or when you talk that nonsense about Shohei Ohtani, the Angels superstar pitcher and outfielder, you talk shit about him and the Asian community was coming for your neck, and then you went on a massive apology tour. Whatever outlet, would it be Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Stephen A. World on ESPN Plus, Stephen A. Smith on ESPN News, Stephen A. Smith on First Take, Stephen A. Smith on SportsCenter, Stephen A. Smith on NBA Countdown. Whatever decided to give you a microphone and a camera, you really channeled your inner boys to men and got down on bended knee for that one. When you ran your mouth about Shohei Ohtani, did we forget? I didn't forget. I sure as hell didn't forget. So yes, as long as you're not black, or I take that back, as long as you're black, he don't have nothing to explain to you. But if you're anyone but black, oh yeah, once he put his foot in his mouth, watch him a day later. So that just shows the raw, unadulterated hypocrisy on his part. But anyway, I'm just observing. I'm just giving you my thoughts of what I've seen over the years when it comes to this ass clown. But nevertheless, he said he don't have a damn thing to explain to anyone, especially him and his daddy. Now, his uncle, Rod Strickland, an OG in the game, you know what I'm saying, highly respected former NBA player. I remember watching Rod Strickland play. That man was a wizard with that basketball. Oh my goodness, man. Go look at Rod Strickland's highlights and his tapes and stuff like that, and you'll appreciate how much of a floor general Rod Strickland was. I loved him as a player. But anyway, that's Kyrie Irving's uncle. He said that was another matter that he loved his brother and that he profoundly respected him. But as for Kyrie, he said that when he had a level to let him know, because he's not aware that he had one off the court. Either way, Stephen A. has a wish that one day that he'll stop hiding behind the public support that he received and fess up to the shenanigans that he had engaged in, leaving folks hanging like laundry. So basically, for that context, he talked about how Kyrie left LeBron high and dry in Cleveland for whatever reason, right? And there's another layer to that we need to talk about in another video. Then when the whole situation came up in Boston, he was like, yeah, if you have me, I'll resign. And he left them for Brooklyn during that particular time. He also told Kyrie to be honest about what he's been doing. Until then, let's confront another one-on-one for the world to see. So this beef has been deep-rooted. Deep-rooted beef. Now, for a long time, Stephen A. Smith has been saying that the beef wasn't personal. That, he was just being objective and that no matter what, he was going to keep things down the middle until he went on the Pat McAfee show a few days ago. And I'm going to play this clip and you see for yourself on what I'm talking about. DJ, spin that shit. Let's try this again. DJ, spin that shit.
Hey, let's talk about your last couple of days.
Yeah, man.
Because the NBA, is cooking currently.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving gets traded out of Brooklyn to Dallas. They get a big win last night. He's leading scorer, I believe.
Yeah.
Luka was out, so they're able to kind of maybe one and change. And you obviously cut a promo on Kyrie, and the world reacts to it. How do you see that all going in the future with you and Kyrie? What do you think? Like, he wins? Do you ever see you coming full?
Kyrie, listen, here's the deal.
Just your coverage of him.
Here's the deal. It doesn't matter how I feel about you. I'm always going to be fair, and I'm always going to be objective. You ain't worth my paper. So my attitude is that even if I don't like your ass, I'm still going to be fair. Now, me and Kyrie have our differences that I don't think will ever be settled. He knows why. It's personal. I'm not going to say why. But that doesn't stop me. That doesn't stop me from looking at him and saying he's a phenomenal player. By the way, you'll appreciate this because I've been wanting to tell you this. I've been having to tell people this the last couple of days. They can't seem like they can comprehend it. There's a difference between superstar players and superstars. Tim Duncan was a superstar.
So you heard for yourself. You heard for yourself that it was personal. So anything that he says, you have to question whether or not there's an inherent level of bias there. What's up, Stevie J? Salute to you, bro. You have to question whether or not there is an inherent level of bias there. Now, when there's bias, when there's a vendetta, when there is an agenda, and that is out there in the open, then your objectivity has no credibility. I'm going to repeat that again because I got a little tongue twisted, right? When you have a level of bias and you have an agenda or a vendetta, then your objectivity has no credibility. And this is where we are with Stephen A. Smith and Kyrie Irving. You can't look at a report or you can't listen to Stephen A. Smith go on ESPN and provide any kind of commentary that's not going to leave you questioning what is it with this guy? Why did Kyrie Irving lives rent-free in Stephen A. Smith's head? Why is he, after years of like, hey, Kyrie got to show up to work. Okay, he shows up to work, and then you still holding that carrot over his head. What's up, Carla Jenkins, B. Skrills, my man Martin Lake, salute to y'all. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you want to donate, there's my Cash App, there's my PayPal, you want to donate, you know what I'm saying? Any and all donations are appreciated. But anyway, so is the journalism fair? Is the journalism objective? And to Stephen A's discredit, because he literally told himself on that show. To his discredit, you cannot look at any kind of commentary by Stephen A. Smith and be like, oh man, he's being real fair to Kyrie. Can't do it. The man literally told him himself. He literally told him himself. So, not that I had any respect for this Bama before. Now, there's just another layer of disrespect that I have for this guy. We want journalism. We don't want you to bring your feelings into the fray every time you go on you talk about Kyrie Irving. I mean, you call him all kinds of names, short of a child of God, no different than you had that Brian Windhorst dude that looked like he robbed a Hamburglar or something like that. Yeah, that gargantuan, gelatinous giant was running around here talking about, oh, Russell Westbrook could turn to a bat and fly away, right? Now, this gargantuan, gelatinous giant feet can't even touch the floor when he's sitting on a computer chair. And yet he running his mouth, disrespected Russell Westbrook. I remember a few years ago when Brian Windhorst was running his mouth about Carmelo Anthony, calling him a Kendrick Perkins type player. Y'all remember that shit? And it's like, you guys can't do nothing what these guys can do. And yet y'all fix your mouth to say whatever y'all want to say, thinking there's going to be no consequences or repercussions, thinking that you won't be held accountable. The days of you guys running your mouth all recklessly and all that is over with. Because see, people like me, who has an up-and-coming YouTube channel, and, you know, a lot of you guys out there support me, you rock with me, I appreciate that. You guys that don't rock with me, fuck you. That's how I feel about you. If you don't rock with me, fuck you. But that doesn't mean that I don't wish you success. What's up, Talking and Grubbing Media? Salute, bro. But the people who rock with me, y'all know how I get down a hit. Because see, they'll sit up here and go on these long-winded soliloquies about, you know, it's my job to hold black people accountable as a black man here in America. And he goes over the top with, you know, the HBCU jacket and going to HBCU school, and he might pick a random person out of the crowd to come in and start talking this, you know, whatever topic about whatever sport that's going on that day, what have you. Yeah, because, you know, I'm a black man. I'm a black man. I'm a black man, right? No, you just a sellout. Because see, you go on that long-winded diatribe about Kyrie Irving, especially when it came to, you know, taking the wonder drug. When Kyrie Irving refused to take the wonder drug, you was on this flat out, all out verbal jihad against Kyrie Irving. When Aaron Rodgers refused to take the wonder drug and lied about it, you treated that situation with kid gloves. Kyrie Irving was honest about why he didn't want to take the wonder drug, and you went on the hell, fire, and brimstone, scorched earth attack on Kyrie Irving. Oh, I remember that. I remember that talking on that No Mercy podcast. Talk about putting us in check for what? Because see, you ain't the only person who can go toe-to-toe in a debate. Because see, you only go where you're comfortable at. Because in areas where you're uncomfortable at, well, we get to see how much courage you really had. Right? When my brother Tom Bendis ran up on you with that camera, and he was asking you a question, and then all of a sudden now the line don't got so much courage. He don't got this swag. He don't got this bravado about him. Oh, no cameras, no cameras. Oh, I'm scared of cameras. Oh, you scared of the cameras all of a sudden. Your ass on camera every fucking day, spouting your diarrhea in the mouth. But as soon as one of us roll up on you with a camera, then all of a sudden now you scared of the cameras now, right? Keep playing yourself. You keep playing yourself. And unfortunately for you, you told on yourself a couple days ago. Now, we really don't have a reason to take you seriously. People really don't have a reason to listen to Stephen A. Smith and be like, yep, he's telling the truth. What's up, Eric Johnson? Salute, bro. Hey, like, I swear to God, man, this dude, he lies cried off. Oh my God, man. Boy, I tell you. So yeah, this is where we at. This is where we at when we come to this guy. This guy, you know, the things that he's doing is unacceptable, is uncalled for, and is unnecessary. It's unnecessary for you to be going all this over the top histrionics about Kyrie Irving. Why? So what if you got a personal beef towards him? It shouldn't make it obvious. I really don't care what your beef is with Kyrie Irving. But when you bring your monkey ass on TV, you tell us what we need to know and leave all that extra shit off of it. If I want a burger with bacon, don't bring me a burger with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise on it. Give me what I asked for. And this is the problem I have with this clown. He's a joke. Between him and that other gelatinous gargantuan giant and Jason Whitlock, these two buffoons are notorious coons who do anything for a Klondike bar. He made it known. Hey, when I wake up in the morning, I have two things on my mind. How can I make my bosses more money? And how can I get some of that money? Like that's supposed to be some kind of boss move or something. Yeah. That's no kind of mentality that's going to get you employee of the year. I mean, no businessman of the year. That kind of mentality gets you employee of the month. So this over-the-top disrespect of black folks when he's out here, when someone gets busted smoking weed and he's spinning his head around like a bobblehead, talking about stay off the weed. See, all that right there was unnecessary. All that right there was unnecessary. But this is where we at, where these journalists or these so-called media personalities are looking to get the shine off the athlete and onto them. Now you're hearing stuff about Stephen A. Smith playing on soap operas, and now he's trying to host his own late night talk show or something like that, because it's not like we hadn't seen this before. Not like we hadn't seen him try to host his own talk show before. When he tried to host his own talk show, no one watched it. What's up, Slim 21? Nobody watched it. So it's not like we hadn't seen this before. And I don't see myself working with Skip Bayless, because to me that's hustling backwards. And to some degree that might be true. But it still don't discount the fact that you're out here shucking and jiving, you're putting on golden tap shoes, and you're rolling down the yellow brick road trying to find a wizard in your goddamn coonie. For real. That's all I gotta say about that, man. But yeah, man, that Stephen A. Smith is the quintessential poster child of what off-brand, off-code behavior looks like. Now, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. What's up, Quincy Randolph? Salute to you, bro. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the mighty Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Oh!